So every stone or rock is a stone or rock until it's perfectly polished, and then it becomes a diamond. With us here, we have Lucas from LCH Developments. You're a CEO. Thank you so much for coming. And we have Katarina from Baker Real Estate. Thank you for being here. So, Lucas, LCH Developments. How did it start? I mean, you're building a massive project, my friend, here.
Yeah, I mean, we are building a few massive projects right now.
Right.
We started over a decade ago, and we really focused on custom homes. And then over the years, we moved on to bigger townhouses, church conversions, and then condos.
That's amazing.
That's where we found our passion, is like building bigger buildings and focusing on condominiums in areas that we see gentrification happening.
So now, this is Cliffside Condos, which is literally, 10 minutes east of Toronto, 5 minutes from Scarborough Bluffs. It's one of the locations that a lot of developers are kind of eyeing now, and you're already here. Why is that? Did you really see that opportunity ahead of time, or
I'm not, yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
I did.
Yes.
I did, because we built our last condo right beside here. And I came, I was looking for areas like this.
Right.
And I studied the areas, and I was like, okay, wow, this place, it looked very different about 5 years ago.
Right.
But I could see it's so close to the beaches, so close to the bluffs. There's transportation close by. This area is gonna change. And sure enough, we're developing, we finished developing merged condos, and now we're doing Cliffside, and other developers have come in as well.
No, I can see that. There has been a couple of cranes going on and whatnot. So Katarina from Baker Real Estate. So what would you say in terms of, you guys push a lot of real estate and a lot of different developments and whatnot. What would you say when it comes to the price?
So
let's talk about that a little bit.
As we know, there are lots of investors now on the market who are looking for great opportunities outside the GTA.
Yes.
And Cliffside has a unique location. We are located within GTA, but
right.
we have the lowest price per square feet, not only in GTA, but also in Peel and York region. So there are still some really, really attractive pockets in GTA where you can see a high return on your investment. That's why Cliffside Condos is so popular, not only among end users, but also investors, because definitely they see a big potential for the growth
100%.
in the area.
So the average per square foot, we would say it's under 1,100 a foot, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's pretty amazing. Considering the area, considering the pocket, and why did you pick Kingston? I mean, it starts with King, but why Kingston, right?
Why Kingston Road? Well, it's just so close to Toronto, and it's the access that you can get into the downtown core. Right. You can go west, or you can go east to the 401, and it's this specific area. It's got a unique feel. That's why it's called
blend,
it's called
right?
Blend, and it's Cliffside Village.
Yes.
It used to it's got a long history. And you can see what's happening right now. You got some new shops coming in, and once some of these condo projects, within right around this area, there's 1,200 units that are going to be built over the next 5 years. So what's that going to do to the area?
So you started it almost, right? So you found that diamond, right? So it's you did a lot of turning of different rocks in order to find the real diamond, and I think you did. So when it comes to real estate, Katarina, I know myself that they're obviously the buyers and investors and end users are looking for different pockets in the city. They're trying to get away from high prices, and not a lot of people want to be downtown. Let's call it for what it is. Downtown is beautiful, downtown Toronto, but it's not everybody's buyer's dream or end user to be there on Yonge Street, right? So what would you say the buyers or people that you're talking to, what are they saying? Are they saying this is great or this is not great, or what would you say is the feedback?
So our clients, they love the location. They love that we are just located just within 20-minute drive to downtown Toronto. At the same time, you are not right in downtown core, right?
Right.
You live here like in the village of the
Yes.
lake, which is located very close to all amenities of downtown core. We have a much lower price point. So if you're looking at downtown Toronto, the prices over there are between 1,600-1,700 per
Correct.
square feet.
Yes.
At Cliffside Condos, we start from roughly over 1,000 per square feet for
Sure.
larger units, and smaller units around 1,100-1,200 per square feet. So it's an amazing price, great location. You're close to all amenities of downtown core. At the same time, you're not there. 5 minutes and you can be at Bluffs Park Beach. 10 minutes and you're at Scarborough Bluffs. So beautiful, beautiful location. There are lots of natural trails in the area. There are lots of lush gardens, schools, colleges, universities. It's a great option not only for end users but for investors as well, because as Luke said, the City of Toronto has huge plans for the Kingston Road, and the demand for the units in this area will grow significantly
Yeah, so
in the
grow-
next couple of years.
Grow significantly. So in this particular project of Cliffside Condos, what would you say is the target of condos? Is it more 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 1 plus dens, 3 bed? Like what did you guys focus the most? I know you have everything.
We
I've
do
seen-
have a little bit of everything, right? I mean, Katrina,
One
you,
beds, we have 1 bedrooms, we have studios, which are getting so popular nowadays. We have 2-bedroom units. We have units for the families, 3 bedrooms. We even have townhouses and live and work units. As for the live and work units, you don't really see them much on the east and west end. They are more
Right.
common for the downtown Toronto core, but as we know, lots of people are running businesses from home, right? So it makes
100%.
sense for them from the accounting point of view to get live and work unit instead of the townhouse. I'm not gonna go into details.
No, of course,
of
but this
your
is just like,
expenses,
yeah.
but all types of units.
Good.
All types of units, because a huge portion of population is living in Scarborough, and as we know, the government of Canada is planning to bring 1.4 million of permanent residents in the next couple of years.
Yes.
Most of them, they will settle in Ontario, in GTA area, and of course, they're looking for more affordable options.
No, 100%. And I think, you know, just being in this area, driving around, walking, I know the area well, you know, we all been here.
Yeah.
Like there's like that heritage mix of the older, you know, population and builds and developments. And I've seen it, you know, 2 decades ago, you know, like, you know, smaller developers or builders would flip a house or two or do like an addition and stuff like that. And then it grew to like a smaller, you know, 6, 12 unit complexes and stuff like that. But this is a huge undertaking with LCH developments to like, this is over 200 units, right? 209, am I
And
right?
this is just the beginning,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, it's
This is just the
200,
beginning.
206 units.
Oh, 206 units,
206 units.
right? So it's definitely,
It's not small, but it's not crazy big either. I think the residents.
it's a good
like-
sweet spot.
It's a sweet spot, and it's perfect for people that want to have like a, you know, more tightly knit kind of community in the condo. There's
Right.
some great amenities over there. You know, us personally, LCH, we're very bullish on this area.
Yes.
We even opened up our office, our headquarters over here.
Right.
We created this high-end co-working space, you know, right beside Cliffside Condos. You know, we are very bullish on this area. We're basically right across from Cliffside Condos.
Yes, so in one of the other interviews on YouTube, and you guys can all Google it, you said you are not only building structure, you want to build somebody's living space. That's a big statement, you know what I mean? It's not only, you know, how many X stories and how many X units, like you want to bring that space that somebody will enjoy and live. So when I'm talking about that, our mutual friend from design agency, you know, Maxi, and
Yeah.
she did this interior
And they're great.
They're great. Like I love design agency and stuff like that. So now when we get into the project, you know, from the lobby to the rooftop, like you guys even incorporated a studio right?
Yeah, that's right.
Did I hear right? Like,
That's
you know,
right.
like the podcast studio and stuff like that, 2 gyms, indoor, outdoor kind of facilities and whatnot. So why did you think like it's so important? Like I've seen your space as LCH and it's stunning and reminds me of a Google space, you know, like kind of open concept and people are kind of mingle around and whatnot. So, but why did you guys decide to go with like a podcast studio and stuff like that? Like, is there any particular reason or?
You know, I think that's kind of what the market is looking for. You know, there's a lot of kind of what's being built now is smaller units, and people want an area. You know, if they're working from home, either they're going to come to Merge Spaces, our co-working space, but there's also a little co-working area downstairs. There's a podcast room if there's, you know, self-employed, or if they want meetings, they can have their meetings over there. You know, we really believe in you know, high level of design. This kind of going back to our roots in custom homes. We want to do
like, you know,
high level finishes,
right?
And really something that the residents are going to be wowed, like when they come into the place. You know, we got geothermal system, so lower energy costs. The rooftop amenity, like that's stunning. You're going to see the lake, and then you're going to see the city. It's like a full 360 view up there with a party room. Yoga space, you know, it's a pet area as well up there. Wow. If you want to take your dog somewhere.
Wow. No, because it's interesting, because I know developments and I know how much we value a square foot. It costs $1,000, and then you have a rooftop, then you have a podcast. Like you went all out to just immerse all of these design features that cost a lot of money. You know what I mean? You could have built another condo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like I can see that from your heart, like from the design aspect and all of that, like you're trying to bring this project to life and you're trying to satisfy the buyers. So Katarina, when it comes to an investor and an investment, do you think it's a good time? I know it's a loaded question. but I have to ask you. I can answer it myself from my angle, but please.
That's a very good question. I believe the best time is when you are ready, or you see that opportunity that you cannot miss.
Yes, 100%.
It's very hard to time the market, but sometimes you see the opportunities that come. You have this short window when you can jump on the deal that will bring you profit in the future.
Yes, and looking at different graphs, you know, from you know, we talked about immigration, we talked about all kinds of stuff in your launch party a few days ago, and it's all great, right? But you know, like I go back 2 decades now. Okay, and when we go to 2 decades ago, so 20 years ago, you know, City Place, downtown, beside, you know, CN Tower and Skydome at the time, Rogers Center now, however you want to call it, you know, like at that time it was expensive, it didn't make any sense. You know, a lot of people wish that they bought like 10 of those units.
Exactly.
At $120,000 a condo.
You know, I remember the times when people were saying 700 per square foot in downtown Toronto. That's
ridiculous.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's not, guys.
But you know what a lot of people are forgetting? A lot of people are forgetting that Toronto, you know, number one is being in Canada, and it attracts a lot of good, you know, things. You know, safety, immigration, and all of that stuff. You know, everybody has problems, but we attract good stuff. But people are forgetting that Toronto is not like a little small city now. We're on the map. We're on the map with New York and Chicago and LA and I don't know, Berlin and Zurich, and with all these other cities. Like, people are looking at Toronto as a future investment gold mine. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is how I see it, you know? So that's kind of interesting.
You know, if you compare the prices in downtown Toronto to not only in GTA, to let's say Paris.
Yes.
Paris is way more expensive.
100%.
Way more expensive. If you compare it to London, It's a huge difference.
Huge difference.
New York,
Massive.
massive difference. At the same time, the demand for the units in GTA is huge, and we'll know this. And it will increase over years.
Yeah, so exactly my point. I mean, like now we're like, the city has developed the stamina so we can show stuff. It's not anymore you're coming to Toronto and you don't know where to go anymore. Like we got stuff from restaurants, and talking about restaurants, are we gonna have a restaurant in Cliffside Condos at the bottom floor?
We are going to have a restaurant at the bottom floor
Okay.
with a little patio area
Nice.
outside. There's this great art feature that's going to be above the patio area, a mural on the side of the building as well, which the residents or the buyers are going to be able to vote on, like what they want to see on their building in the end. The winner's going to basically, that's what's going to go on the mural. There's a lot of great features of the building.
So I have never heard that before, like in Toronto. I heard it in other cities that the developer will let the residents, pick or vote on the artwork of that statement building, right?
Yeah.
So it just shows that you're willing to cooperate. It shows that you're willing to bring this space to be their home and not only a project.
Absolutely.
Right. So, Lucas, thank you so much. Katrina, thank you so much for being here. Stay tuned. And this Cliffside Condo project is definitely one of the best at the Eastern Toronto, close to Scarborough Bluffs, and so much more. If you like content like this, please like, share, and subscribe, and see you all next time.